comfortable to have sex by yourself?
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Tamaria Lakay coming to you with another video. I go by Tamaria Lakay on all my social media platforms, so feel free to follow me on your favorite one. Today I wanted to go ahead and get into a long, I'm not gonna say it's like, well, it is long. It's long and overdue. I've been wanting to sit down with my daughter and have the talk with her because she is 9. And yeah, I think it's about time that we go ahead and at least initiate the beginning part of, the talk, because I feel like it's not just going to be the talk, it's going to be talks, because we're going to have more than one of these talks in the duration of our life together. But my oldest son is 23 and I had to talk with him when he was 8 years old, and I've been kind of debating on how I was going to do it with her because she's a girl. And what was I going to say? What was I going to do? And so for him, I used pretty much like a scare tactic, like don't do this because XYZ or you'll catch XYZ. And then with her, I've kind of thought about it a lot, but I'm really just kind of like freestyling. Based on some things that I feel like would be a good starter point for her. So it's probably going to be a little bit awkward for her because we are on camera, and this is not like to make it awkward, but it's also to kind of make it comfortable and open, not only for us to have the conversation, but also for other moms and daughters to have the conversation without it having to feel awkward. So yeah, guess we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the talk. So do you know what I want to talk to you about? No? No. Well, I want to talk to you about some of the things that fall under the umbrella of sex. Do you know what sex is? No? Okay. Well, sex is when, I said it's an umbrella. So, an umbrella is to protect you from the rain that falls down, right? And when you grow up, you'll hear people say that sex is not just one thing. Let me just say it like that. Sex is not just one thing. It's a variety of things. It's not just one thing in particular. There's so many different kinds of sex. There's so many different ways to have sex. But for the point of this conversation, we just want to go ahead and get started, let you know what it is, let you know traditionally what it is, let you know, like I do want you to know as well in this conversation that this is mainly for education, okay? This is not for me to say, okay, Zuri, go have sex. That is not what this conversation is for, okay? It's not an okay for you to have sex because you're too young to have sex right now. There's so much that you have to learn about sex before you even need to start thinking about wanting to have it with anybody. Okay? There's so much to learn. And luckily for you, I'm open to talking to you about sex in any way, shape, or form. Okay? You don't ever have to be afraid to come to me to talk about it. If you have any questions, if you feel a certain kind of way, if you experience anything, you don't have to be scared to come to me and talk about it, okay? That's another point of the video that I want you to really understand. It's okay to come to your mom and talk about things that make you feel uncomfortable, or that you don't know about, or that you want to know about, or just whatever, okay? So yeah, sex. Sex is how you got here. Sex is how your brother got here. Sex is how your oldest brother got here. That's how people come into the world, is through sex. However, bringing people into the world with sex is a really important responsibility. And as we are living in 2024, we are realizing that a lot of people had sex irresponsibly. We're learning that there's too many people in the world. In fact, there's so many people in the world that, do you know what the government is? You know what the president of the United States is?
No.
You guys don't talk about the president in school? It's probably a good thing. Well, there's one person who runs the entire United States of America. Well, it's not really one person, it's one person, and then it's a group of people, and they come together and they're supposed to work together to make the lives of the citizens better, but they don't do a really good job at that. And so basically, back to the story, because I feel like I have a little bit of ADHD, which is why sometimes I don't want to do story times, because I begin sidetracked. But sex is how people come into the world, right? Do you know anything about slavery? About slaves?
Like, there's like the black people are like slaves, and then the white people are like mean to them, and then the black people always have to work.
That's right. So the white people made the black people have sex to have more babies so that they can have more slaves, which is essentially what the government does. They produce like music and movies and TV shows and video games and all kinds of stuff to get people to have sex irresponsibly, to make more people, to make more slaves to work in the world. And then they give you jobs that are so little that you make such a small amount of money that you have to really think super hard, and you have to like really learn how to break free from slavery. You have to learn how to not be a slave and to figure out how to make the most money for your life while you're here, okay? So, sex is one of the biggest responsibilities that can come out of sex is making another person. And if you make another person and you bring that person into this world, sometimes the person may not know how to break free from being a slave.
Are some slaves born free?
They're born free physically, but mentally, they will still try to program you. Spiritually, they will still try to program you to be a slave. So it's like they'll put a spell on you to say, oh, you have to be a slave. But the goal is for you to figure out a way for you to not be a slave, like Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, all those people. You have to be a big thinker. You can't just think about the things that people tell you to think about. You can't just do the things that people tell you to do. You have to learn how to be a critical, free thinker. People will tell you to think like this, dress like this, act like this, talk like this, live like this, buy like this. But the main goal is for you to live free and authentic according to what you want to be, what you want to do. The main purpose of your life is to figure out a way to serve and provide something to people. Like if it's art, you like art, okay? So if you want to be an artist and you want to create art that makes people happy, that makes them feel, that gets in touch with themselves, then like that would be your goal. But it's not to just be working for someone on the clock all the time, depressed and sad about your life because you're a slave to the government. And you don't want to be bringing people into this world with sex if you're not ready to teach them, if you're not ready to help them, you know? Because it's a huge responsibility. Sex is a huge responsibility. I'm not saying you should never have sex. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there are some precautions that we can take so that if you decide to, when you're very, very much older, I'm talking about like older, like older, like in your 20s, okay?
Okay.
In your 20s. And I would even say that I don't even recommend you having sex until you've established yourself as an individual, as a woman. Until you know without a shadow of a doubt who Zuri Ayotomi Toriola is, I wouldn't even want to have sex until you know 100%. She's this, she's that, she's not this, she doesn't want to do this, she doesn't believe in that, she stands on business. Until you know her and you've had your career and you've done things that you want to do in life, that's now then when you probably should be having some sex, okay? But don't be just having sex because your friends tell you to, because you've seen it on TV, or because you heard it in a song, or because somebody said your mom had sex. That's not why we do it, okay? You have to remember, to bring a person into this world is a lot of work. You see me work every day, right? To make sure you and your brother have food, you have clothes, you have somewhere to stay. You know, it's a lot of work. And it can become stressful when you have sex and you bring another person into this world, because then the life that you're supposed to be creating for yourself to find your purpose, you get distracted because you have so much work to do. And instead of doing just one, living your purpose, you have to live your purpose. You have to live a purpose for everybody else. You have to live a purpose for your kids. And it gets messy, okay? And when it gets messy, it makes you very like emotional, sometimes irrational, and it's just easier to just wait. To just wait, okay? So you don't even have to have, see, this is the fun part about sex. You don't even have to have anybody else to have sex with you. You could, if you wanted to have sex, you could have sex by yourself. You don't need no one to join you, okay?
But how?
You could have sex by yourself. That's why I said sex is not just one thing. It's an umbrella of things. It's a variety of things. It's called self-pleasuring. And if you have sex by yourself, there's no way you can bring a baby into the world. You can't get yourself pregnant. Only when a woman and a man have sex together is when a baby will come. But if a woman has sex by herself, no baby. No baby will come. If a man has sex by himself, no baby will come. If a man and a man has a baby together, or I mean, not a baby, but if a man and a man has sex together, no baby will come. If a woman and a woman has sex together, no baby will come. So there's ways to have sex without having a baby. Okay? So that's why I want, when you say mom, you might start to feel some tingling stuff down in this area, in your vagina area, in your stomach. It may feel weird and you're like, what is that? And you may want to squeeze your legs together. And you may feel like, oh, maybe I have to go to the bathroom or something like that. Sex is also an energy, right? It's an energy, and sometimes energy gets built up inside of us. Hold on 1 second. Go dry yourself off and put on lotion, okay?
I already did my lotion.
Okay, come here. Let me help you put your shirt on. Let's pause for intermission, okay? So, can a woman and a woman make a baby together?
No.
Can a man and a man make a baby together?
No.
Can a woman and a man make a baby together?
Yes.
Okay. Do you need 2 people to have sex?
Yes.
No. One person can have sex by themselves. Okay, one person can have sex by themselves. So you don't need 2 people. When you start wanting to have sex, first you should be wanting to have sex by yourself so that you can explore what sex looks like for yourself, by yourself. Right? You should want to explore and see like what sex looks like for me. What do you like? What do you not like? Things of that nature. But most certainly, I'm not saying you should start exploring right now. But when you're ready to explore, let your mom know. I have some suggestions and some tips that I can show you, okay? I feel like there would be people that want to show you stuff, and I feel like just come to me. I'm very open. Your brother just called me. Brandon, he just called me. Let me show you. He just called me yesterday, and he sent me this screenshot about him and a girl, and he was telling me about them having sex. Your oldest brother, he's 23. He talks to his mom about having sex, okay? Because I don't care. I'm not judging him. I'm not saying he shouldn't have sex. I'm not saying that sex is bad. I'm saying that you need to know about it first, okay? I'm not saying you should never do it, but I'm saying you need to wait at the same time, okay?
Okay.
Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about sex is there are predators in the world. A lot of them.
Just like for animals.
They hunt and they kill animals. The predators want to hunt and kill women. Not literally, but sometimes literally they want to hunt and kill women, okay? Most of these predators are not other women. However, there are some women who are also predators. So you have to be careful. Because just how a girl and a girl can have sex, sometimes women will still try to force a girl to have sex with her when she doesn't want to. They will try to trick her, play games with her mind, her emotions, both the guy and the female. Some predators are guys, some predators are girls. So you just have to be smart to know when someone's trying to play a game with you. Let's go here. So predators, I feel like for you, let's just say you are 9 years old, right?
Yes.
Anyone that is 4 years or more older than you. So you're 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is even too much, okay? If someone is above the age of 13, trying to talk to you, trying to get you to do stuff, trying to get you to hide stuff from your mom, from doing anything, like anybody above 13, that's a predator. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, all the way up into 120, okay? Because people they living long now. So anybody over 120, so from 14 to 120, anybody 4 years older than you or more that tries to talk to you is being a predator. If they try to manipulate you and say, oh, I'll buy you this, I'll buy you candy, I'll buy you cookies, I'll buy you a teddy bear, I'll buy you a house, I'll buy you whatever they say they will buy you. If they're not older than you, they are a predator. And they know that they're a predator. And they know that talking to you is wrong. They know that trying to get you to do anything sexual with them is wrong. They know. They're not stupid. They know. Everybody knows. So it's your turn to know now because you're 9 years old and we have to know this stuff, okay? My mom didn't tell me this stuff, right? So I didn't know how corrupt and I didn't know how evil people could be, especially pertaining to sex, okay? I didn't know. But I want you to know because it's important because you're beautiful. You're still growing. You're going to get even more beautiful. And the more beautiful you become, the more people want to have sex with you. So you're going to be this beautiful girl and everyone's going to want to have sex with you. The girls, the guys, okay? They will want you. But remember, I told you sex is an energy, right? You don't want to be dispersing your energy to all over the place, okay? You want to try to keep your energy for yourself because your energy, even if you feel it in that area, there's ways for you to move that around. Your body just needs to move around, okay? You just need to move your hips around, maybe self-pleasure, but you don't have to be giving your energy to no one. That's the most valuable thing you have in this life is your energy. There's No amount of money anyone can pay you for your energy. They will say, I will give you $1 million. That's not enough. Your energy is sacred, okay? You want to keep it for yourself. And I know you're probably like, don't let anyone trick you into saying that your energy isn't worth infinite amount of money, respect, love, kindness. Like, don't let anyone tell you that your energy isn't worth unlimited amounts of money, respect, love, protection. Like, don't let anyone trick you, okay?
Okay.
That's the main thing, okay? So the predators, they will try. Everyone's going to be trying. I'm letting you know now. You're a beautiful girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm a beautiful girl. And I know. I've been here for 37 years. You've only been here for 9. There has been so many people coming to me to take my energy, okay? They want to take it. They wouldn't even respect you as a person if you give them your energy. They wouldn't. So it's just better for you to keep it to yourself until you have decided who you are in this world, right? In this huge, big world, who are you? Who is Zuri? And it's okay, you don't have to know right now. That's why you take your time. As you continue to grow older, you will start to figure out who you are. And the longer that you don't attach yourself to someone sexually, because if you have sex with someone, then they'll be like, oh, now you're mine. They'll be like, you're mine now. We had sex together, you're mine. Nobody else can have you. You can't even have yourself. You're just mine. But then that's slavery again, because nobody should own you. Nobody should be claiming you for themselves, because you are an individual person and you're going through an individual journey in this world for a purpose. God will reveal to you what a purpose is as you start to get older, but we'll just keep talking about it as, you know, time goes on. But you're important, you're special, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're intelligent. You have so much time to develop, right? You're not even the smartest that you're going to be in this life right now. You're still going to get smarter. You're still going to get prettier. You're still going to get healthier. You're still going to get richer. You're still going to grow. So where you're at right now is just beginning stages, just like you were a baby, and then you just keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing, okay? However, you don't want to allow sex to detour you from growth, okay? You don't want it to stop you from becoming the person that you need to become because you had an accident and you had sex with a guy, now you have a baby. You don't want it to deter you because, oh, you had sex with someone and now you're so attached to them that you don't even want to figure out who you are anymore, okay? So that is just the beginning of our sex talk. That's not even all of it. I just wanted to get some of that out there for you so that you know you're becoming a young woman. You're getting ready to be a teenager. And yeah, it's time to start the conversation so that we can have the conversation even more as you become older, I become older, and I can help you. It's okay. I can help you with, you know, experiences that I've had, because your mom, she knows about sex. I know about it, okay? So even if someone shows you a picture of your mom having sex, this still doesn't mean that, oh, you should try it. If someone shows you a video of your mom having sex, it still doesn't mean you should try it. If someone shows you a video of anybody else having sex, they're probably a predator, and you need to tell me that somebody showed you a video of somebody else having sex. Also, I wanted to talk to you about predators. If you ever feel uncomfortable around someone and you feel like they are trying to touch your private parts. And when I say your private parts, I do mean your breast, your vagina, your butt, your butthole, or to kiss you on the lips and put their tongue in your mouth. I feel like that is something that you need to tell me immediately. And if they tell you, oh, don't tell your mom, I will kill her. Don't tell your mom, I will shoot her. Don't tell your mom, I will set her on fire. I don't care. Let them try, okay? It's a lie that predators will use to make you scared to not tell your mom what's going on, okay? Don't fall for the trick. If anything, you need to, if anything, God forbid, I don't even want you to be in this type of situation. I don't want you to have to catch a predator. But if you were to have to catch a predator, you might have to pull out your phone, put your camera somewhere, and be like, oh my God, this person gives me weird vibes. Maybe they're trying to do something to me. And you have to have proof these days. So always try to use your phone or your camera to catch the predators. We got to get all of the predators and put them behind bars in jail, because that's where predators belong, okay? But I'm saying, hopefully, I don't want to scare you. I feel like you're looking scared, okay? I pray nothing like that happens to you. I pray that your sexual life is healthy. I pray that your sexual experiences are healthy. I pray that you find the most loving sexual relationship ever, okay? I pray that for you. However, I also want you to know that on the side where I want you to have good experiences, sometimes I don't know. I want you to be prepared for, I want you to have knowledge of the good and the bad, okay? So of course, we're always going to hope for the best for you. We want the best for you. However, I have to let you know that sometimes there are some things that don't want the best for you. And a predator will try to trick you and try to manipulate you and try to scare you into doing things that you don't want to do. I can go on the internet and show you all kinds of predator videos. I don't want to do that. Not today. Not now. I feel like this is already too much. But your phone, record a video. Call 911 if someone tries to do anything to you. You have a phone. Call 911 immediately and say, this person is trying to get me. This person is, I need help. Let them know you need help, okay? Tell them to look up your location from your iPhone. Say, this is where I'm at. Look up my location from my iPhone. I need help. Okay?
Okay.
So, you're becoming a big girl. Like I said, there's going to be so much life that you go through from here, from now up until you're my age. Damn. From now up until you're my age, there's going to be so much stuff that you go through. And I just pray that you never have to go through any of the things that I've had to go through as a young girl or a older girl. I pray that your experiences with relationships are peaceful. I hope that I can teach you enough and give you enough guidance and enough instructions and directions and openness from my heart to you that you can understand that when I do tell you stuff that it's coming from a good place. I hope you have great experiences with sex. I really do. But when you're ready, when you're old enough, when it's time, it's not time now, but I feel like I have to start telling you because you're developing as a girl. Pretty soon you will have a period. Your breasts will get big like mine's. You will start looking more like a woman, and I don't want to wait until that happens. We need to start having the conversation now, okay? And so the more you become more beautiful, the more you become more of a woman, the more people are going to try to have sex with you. So you have to know how to look at those signs and be aware, okay? There's nothing to be scared of. I don't want you to be scared. I just want you to be aware, okay?
Okay.
And I love you so much. And I truly hope that your experience with relationships is infinitely better than what I've ever experienced. I really do hope that. I don't know If you guys, even there's like a gender war. People, the males and the females are at war right now. They don't even like each other. They like each other, but they don't like each other because they don't want to admit that they have been wrong in the way that we've been having relationships with each other. So they would just rather fight. So I don't know if even when you're old enough to have sex, if people will still be having sex, because there will probably be robots. And then you will just be buying your boyfriend online. You would say, I want my boyfriend to look like this. I want him to have this kind of hair. I want him to do this. And you will just buy a boyfriend online. I don't know. I don't know. But we shall see. Either which way, I'm hoping the best for your sexual experiences. And I'm hoping that you will come to me and talk to me as a mom, because I will always be open to listen to you and help you and direct you in the best direction that I possibly can, because I'm not perfect, but I will try to help you to my best of my abilities. Okay. So that's it. That's our first sex talk. Do you have any questions?
How are you able to have sex by yourself?
Okay. So, you see that rose that is always on my bed and all over my room?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can have sex with your hand. You can have sex with toys. And that's how you have sex with yourself. You use your hand, and then you use maybe a toy or something. However, this is why I need you to talk to me when you're ready. I need you to talk to me when you're ready, because there's certain things that you don't want to use to have sex by yourself, because you might hurt yourself. So that's why you got to be able to talk to your mama. So yeah, you have sex by yourself by using your hand, your toes. When I was little, or not little, but when I was younger, I also used pillows. So yeah, that's how you have sex by yourself. And you want to make sure that you're in a private area, okay? You don't want to be having sex by yourself in a public area where there's a lot of people around, okay? You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you take your time to explore yourself as a private, personal matter. You can talk about it, like, if you want to talk about it, that's fine. But as far as like doing it, yeah. And because it is 2024, you have to be really careful, okay? Because people are strange out here, girl. It's Stranger Things in 2024. It's the stranger things going on in this world. And you want to make sure nobody is like trying to record you when it's related to anything concerning sex. No one should be having their phone out to record you to say, look at her. Look at what she's doing, okay? Nobody should be recording you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
I have a comment.
Okay.
So, Harriet Tubman is one of the slaves that escaped slavery, but then later she came back to free the other slaves, and then later she takes care of them all.
That's what life is for. To be taking care of people, not taking advantage of people. That's because the government is already taking advantage of people by laws that don't make a lot of sense 99% of the time. So Harriet Tubman, she was like, I'm not going to keep sitting here and watching these people beat my friends, my family, beat them until they are bleeding and they're dying, cutting off their limbs and stuff. She said, I'm not going to sit back and keep watching this. I will figure out a way to be brave, to be courageous, to speak up, to stand out, to find my power within, to help them. And she did. And in this world, everybody will make you feel like sex is the most important thing. You should be having so much. No, there's so much more important things to be going on and to be doing in this world apart from sex. There's so much more. We need women that are smart. We need women who are not controllable by anybody. Not a government, not a man, not a mom, not a dad. We need women that are smart and powerful to make big changes in this world. We need women like Harriet Tubman. But no, everyone has been brainwashed so much to where they just think, oh, I just need to keep making more slaves for the government to control these slaves. I just need to keep making more slaves. That's why I got my tubes tied. I said, I'm not making no more slaves for the government. And not that I don't even want to request that I've made any slaves for the government. I don't even think I've made any slaves for the government, but Harriet Tubman was a great woman. She did a very great thing in this world. And I hope you do a great thing in this world too. I don't want your life to just go to being in relationships. I don't want your life to just go to being having babies. I'm not saying that's the worst thing in the world, but there's so many other things that you could do. So many other things better than that. You could save 1 million babies by creating something like a medicine, becoming a doctor. You could save babies. You don't have to just make them. You could save women. There's so many women that they don't know how to help themselves. They don't know what's right from wrong, like, because they've been beat up by life. Life has beat them up. Bow, 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 bow. And so sometimes they even just need somebody to be nice to them. That's it. To just be like, it's okay, sis. You're gonna make it through. You're gonna be okay. But as you grow up, hopefully the world begins to change and it's not as wicked as it is, but right now, girl, it's a mess. It's a mess.
And people are leaving trash all over the earth and ocean.
Just destroying the world. So we have to be smart. We got to think of ways to create. We have to think of ways to be innovative. We have to think of ways to produce products and services that are actually beneficial to the world. Like if there was a recycling bin, like a machine or something on the beaches. And so instead of people just throwing their trash on the beach, there could be all of these bins that would be on the beach where they could just put the stuff in there and then the thing would recycle it and then bam, we don't have to be throwing our trash in the ocean.
I have another comment. So I saw this video of this guy picking up trash from the beach, and then later they brought the trash with them, and then they put it in this little mold, and then they formed it into a trash can.
Yes, I seen that video. Did we watch it together?
No.
Yeah, he was making all kind of stuff out of the beach trash. See, you have to be creative. This world is for you to create. Yes, sex does create babies, but there's so many other things that you can create just by taking the ideas that are in your mind and then figuring out how to put it together in the real world. You're a creator. You're put here to create great things, come up with great ideas that will help people. A lot of the slaves and the Black people from back in the day, they created a lot of things like light bulbs and peanuts. Like, even though Black people were slaves, they were still so smart because they worked very hard to break slavery and to become something. You got it pretty easy, you know. You're still young right now, so you still have a lot of opportunity to just really focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and just becoming the person that you want to become. And just like I told your brother Brandon, I said, don't be focusing on the girls. I told him, don't focus on the girls, focus on your passions, what you like to do, your hobbies. What kind of hobbies do you want to have? What kind of things do you want to do? And what kind of legacy do you want to leave for the world? What do you want the world to know you for? Like, Zuri was the greatest artist in the whole world. Zuri was the greatest philanthropist in the whole world. Zuri was the greatest idea generator. You know, you want to leave something good. You just don't want to say, oh, I just came to this big ass planet, I had some kids, and then that's it. You don't want that to be your life story. You want it to be grand, and your life is only going to be as grand as what you can think it to be. Okay, you have to think so big. So you have to look beyond what you see in the outer reality. You have to look beyond like what's going on here, and like really look within your mind to see what there's so many other possibilities. You have to look deep in here and be like, man, I see this is how people do this, but I feel like it would be better if they did it this way. And then you start to share that information. You start to create things to help that information become a new way. So basically, this world needs new norms and new rules. We've lived with the same rules and norms for so long that we're both like, males and females are like, we don't like this shit. We don't like this. So we need new rules and we need new norms. But there's unfortunately a lot more men than there are women in the world. So the men kind of have a little bit of a more power than us, but not really. It's a superficial power that they have. But I feel like hopefully within the next year, well, I'm not gonna say years, maybe a decade from now, things will be a lot better. By the time you are able to vote, there should be a whole entire new voting system, voting process, team of people who works to run the United States. Hopefully by the time you're able to vote in 10 years, I don't know, maybe something like that could happen. There would be more women who are in power as well. It could be balanced, you know? Like, hopefully by the time you are able to vote, we will have people in the office that are worth voting for, who can actually make a change and a difference. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah. So sex is way more important than just pleasure. It's a huge responsibility for people to have sex, okay? And that's all I really wanted to talk to you about. I just wanted us to go ahead and start having this conversation. We can talk about it later off camera. If you think about something tomorrow and you want to ask me, girl, come ask me. If you think about something next week, or if something happens to you at school, on a bus, outside, anywhere, you know, you can come tell me, okay? All right.
Okay.
So, I don't want you to think that all men are bad. I don't want you to think that all boys are bad. However, they do have a certain, their brain and our brain doesn't work the same. Your brain and my brain, it works similar, but a guy's brain and a girl's brain doesn't work the same. So, all I'm gonna say is like, also, so I did mention the thing about predators, but like even no one in your family should be trying to have any kind of sexual relationships with you, okay? Not dads, not brothers, not uncles, not cousins, not dad's friends, not mom's friends, not grandma's friends, not cousin's friends. Like no one should be trying those kind of things with you. No one should be touching. No one should be looking at you so hard to where you feel uncomfortable. No one should be trying to lead you to a private spot to do anything with you, okay? Ever. It's never okay. Okay? So, that is it for our sex talk, you guys. we hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope you are able to learn from us as we are learning from life. And yeah, leave a comment down below, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.